It's so hot. But you know what else is hot? The GenesysGo Shadow Drive. Hello and welcome to another Solana tutorial. Today we're gonna talk about the Shadow Drive. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a look at how the CLI works and we're gonna discuss why this thing is so cool, in my personal opinion. Yeah, I'm trying out a different angle this time, such that I have to look up and sit straight, because usually I look down to my laptop there and then I have my shoulders and head like this, but I should really not. So, posture. Let's try how this works. Last time we left off, and last time was like a week ago when the Shadow Drive CLI came out, and I didn't find the time to continue since then. But last time we left off by not being able to even create a storage account. Today we're gonna attempt that again. I don't know how big I need to do it, because this screen is a lot like bigger and still haven't quite figured that out, but we will manage. So let's see. Yeah, okay, so I still have my wallet here and I installed the Shadow Drive. Should I do an update on the Shadow Drive CLI? Because especially in the first week of it being released, there are probably gonna be some bug fixes. But just to recap, I love it. I love it because on Ubuntu you actually have a history of your things. Okay, so we tried to create a storage account on mainnet with this key pair, demo storage 100 kilobytes. I also don't like how this is. And if I did that, it failed. Maybe today we have more luck. So accept the terms of service, pay 0.0001 shadow, and then we had a error cert invalid. Yeah, that's the same thing that we had last week. Okay, that's why we left off in the live stream I did. One thing I do want to do is install this thing again. This literally just grabs an archive and extracts it, right? Just in case they did any fixes in the past week. And if we now do the same thing, create a storage account, it'll ask us again, yes, and we still have the... Okay, so what do we do? Well, we check the Discord. It's a known bug that's being looked at the moment. First issue. Gave me a new binary that worked. Hand refreshing the URL. Oh, now it tells me to install that. Okay, so that's still my old documentation. So if I refresh that, hold on, check this out. They now have a new installation guideline. There we go. Now I should install it via npm. Okay, fine, let's do that then. It's an npm package, why not? Let's install it using npm, but first remove this again and then npm install. Permission denied. That's something the super user can help us with. Let's try that again. Can do it. You can do it. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do it real good. Cool. So do we now have... Whoops. Yeah. Nice. Even without having it installed here, but it's a global npm package. Sweet. What? Hold on. We were on the wrong screen. Were we the entire time on the wrong screen? Anyway, we're on the right screen now again. So, sorry. You missed something. Sorry. So, what has changed apparently is that we don't provide the environment anymore. We provide the RPC, and that defaults to the one from GenesysGo anyway, so we can just leave that out. Okay, so if we now do that with a key pair, a name, and some space, it will ask us, do we want to actually do that? Do we accept the terms and conditions? Yes, because we obviously read them. And the storage account will require 0.0001 shadow token. Let's say no. Let's go SPL token accounts. And we see we still have 5 shadow tokens from some nice donor. I think it was Owen. Was it Owen? I'm not sure. But somebody donated 5 shadow tokens. That was amazing. So we can use them now by creating our storage account. I don't like how this is jumping around. I haven't yet figured out how I can not have it do that. I really don't know. Yes, continue. Error processing transactions. Server response status code 400. Okay, so it's a me problem, it says. Fail to send transactions. Block hash not found. Well, great. I was just telling you how great this RPC provider is, right? Just try it again. Lol. At some point, it will work. Come on. Why is Solana down again? I don't think so. TPS look normal, but... Yes. Sending transaction to cluster. Subject to Solana traffic conditions. With a 2-minute timeout. Well, let's see if that transaction goes through. Yeah, successfully created your new storage account. Located at the following address on Solana. Okay, let's check this out. That's a literal Solana account that it used, and it funded with, 0.004 Sol for having 500 bytes. Oh, I really need to read into how the Shadow Drive actually works on a technical level. 500 bytes for, how big was my storage account? 100 kilobytes. Yeah, and the 0.000 something we're taking, but that's so little that I really don't care if we make another one. If I were to make one with, let's say, 20 kilobytes, why? I mean, I don't like how unstable this is and that it doesn't... You know what? You'll get another RPC provider now. I mean, I highly doubt it, but if I provide the mainnet, the public mainnet RPC endpoint, does it work any better? This is better software. Use at your own discretion. Yes, I would like to continue. No. Oh wait, it's a custom program error. Okay. It's not the RPC that is effing with me here. It's a me problem. But what is the me problem? Why do I get an error of 0x1? Maybe because this address already created an account? So just for the fun of it, let's create another key pair. Do I really want to do that? Yeah, I do want to do that because I want to learn. Solana, how much do we have? Not much. Really not much. That's like a token account. It's like, I don't know, 20 cents, not even 10 cents. Oh yeah, and we need to pay way more for that. Send it over, please. Transaction leaves an account with a lower balance than rent except minimum. Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen that RPC response error before. Because wait, let's learn. Because Solana rent 0 for 0 bytes. So for an empty account, I also need at least 0.00089. So let's say 0.009 to be rent exempt. Otherwise, the rent consumption will eat it all up. So with our current Solana balance of 0.002 and then 8, how much did I have? 2 something 115. I need more Sol. Now that it's cheap, I can just buy more. Come on, Andy, just buy more. With which money? I don't earn that much. Anyway, then also SPL token transfer. This, I don't need much, like 0.000. And yes, fund recipient. Oh, I can't even fund recipient. I don't have enough money. Okay, this doesn't work. I need more money. I need more Sol. Give me more Sol. Where do I have Sol? Boom. Go. Send. The good old days where Phantom could send something in, a second. How I miss them. Well, still faster than Bitcoin. You faster than Bitcoin, right? Right? Prove it. Thank you. That's better. And now we can do this. Please confirm. Please confirm. Yes. And now Solana config set my key to this thing.json. Let's just do 2 kilobytes. So we had 500 for the 100. So for 20 I expected 100. So for 2 I expect 10 bytes. We create this. Would you like to continue? Yes, of course I would like to continue. Because I can totally afford that. Because I'm freaking rich on shadow tokens. At least when we're talking about those kind of prices. I'm not that rich. I wish I was rich. I wish I had like 1 million of them. That would be so cool. Well, how many are there? 200,000? No, 200 million in total? Anyway, and I should really buy some. With which money though? You could really send me some more. Speaking of sending, send that transaction to Cluster, please. Drinking from a broken glass. Because we are glass chewers. Come on. Do I need to do anything? Enter maybe? Enter! Enter! I just need to say enter! If only it was that easy all the time. Okay, successfully created a new storage account of 2 kilobytes located at the following Solana address. Let's check this Solana address out then. And maybe that's also 500 bytes. Then we know that it's always 500 bytes. Otherwise, we know that it depends on the size. Let's check it out. Check it out! No! The Funk Soul. Brother, it's always 500 bytes. Okay, good to know. Wait. We were able to afford that? Yes, we were able to. So that is apparently always 500 bytes. And it's assigned to this program, which is, but yeah, it probably belongs to the Shadow Drive. Okay, so every storage account creates you a 500 byte something account on Solana. Works for me. Then let's go back to the other one, to the SD3, because we are almost like S3 storage, just that we're decentralized. That's why SD Shadow Drive. Anyway, there's so many puns in that address. Cool, what else can we do? Shadow Drive. What else? We can upload a file. We can edit a file. We can upload multiple files. We can delete a file. We can undelete a file. We can get the storage account. What does that do? Okay, let's just see what that does. Get storage account for my key pair SD3. Which storage account do you want to get info? Oh, I have 2 of them. That's interesting. That's interesting. Look, apparently it did create the other storage as well. Then for the SDZ8, you have not created a storage account yet. Ooh, when I created it, did I use the same key pair? Probably did. I did use the same key pair. Well, but it doesn't matter because we still proved that we can make several storage accounts with one key pair, which also makes sense. Yes, in retrospect, it all makes sense. And now if we get storage account, then we can select, okay, give me the info on this one. And it will just print some information like the identifier, how much storage I have, how much I have still available, 2 owners, which are both me, fees paid, shadow payer. Oh, do you hold any tokens? Where, but I'm interested now. Where did the tokens go? Paid shadow tokens to this address. No, from this address to this address, the 98, which is owned by the 6J. And the 6J is also assigned to the same program. Okay, so it's one of the program account addresses. So the program from the Shadow Drive has an address, and this address has several accounts, several token accounts for the staked tokens. Okay. Yeah, good. Creation epoch, last fee epoch. Well, good enough. So we have 2 storage accounts. We can print the information for them. Most important stuff. Now let's actually do something useful. Delete storage account, undelete storage account. Okay, so just for fun, if we were to delete the storage account, again, we just need to provide the key pair. But how do you know which storage account I want to delete? Oh, it will probably query it again. Let's check. Delete storage account with the key pair SD3. Then it will ask me like this. Which one do you want to delete? And I'm like, the small one, I don't need it. We need to press enter sometimes. Yeah, that's not helping. Successfully submitted. You have until the end of the current Solana epoch to revert this deletion request. Once the account is fully deleted, you will receive the Sol rent and staked back in your wallet. Ah, and that's where the undelete comes in. Now undeleting makes sense to me. Okay, so yeah, because then I still, yeah, otherwise, if I could get it out immediately, then potentially I could get it, without ever paying any rent for it, which obviously you don't want. You want to have at least one epoch of rent collected as the validators, such that nobody can make just a huge account, use the storage for half an epoch, and then piss off. Let's get our storage accounts again. Yeah, whatever. We don't see that it's deleted. Not in here, apparently. Okay, but never mind. Undelete storage account would say, oh no, I made a mistake deleting it. I'm still in the same epoch. It wasn't really deleted yet. I just scheduled it for deletion. I want to revert that decision and keep my account. That's something we can do. That's cool. Okay. Add storage. Probably just makes the storage size bigger. Reduce storage. Probably just makes it smaller. If you don't need that much storage, if you know what I mean. Claim stake. Also just needs a key pair. So apparently you always just need to provide the key pair. And then you get to select whatever you want to do anyway. You don't have any storage account with claimable stake. Ah, maybe only when it's deleted, I can then claim it back. Because obviously they don't want to push it on me. I still need to actively pull it. Because otherwise they need to pay for the transaction. And they obviously want to make me pay for my transactions. Makes sense. Cool. That's good for me as well. I think we have everything checked out now. Now we obviously want to do something interesting like add storage. Like upload a file. Adding storage is probably boring as well. And to demonstrate how boring it is, let me show you. Add storage. Provide a size. Amount of storage you're requesting to add. How about 1 kilobyte to this one? So boring. It timed out. Well, I hope we demonstrated how stupidly boring that was. To watch it for 2 minutes, do nothing. I mean, it's a very boring command if you have enough storage anyway. It might be the most interesting command if you're running out of storage space. You can just dynamically resize your storage accounts, which sounds good to me. Whatever will be, will be. There we go. It's now 101 kilobytes. And I still have 101 kilobytes currently available because I did not add no thing yet. Yes, you said you did it. Then can I have my... You know what? Just... There we go. So, just to make sure, it's now 101 kilobytes. Yes, nice. Okay, next up, finally adding some files. That works with upload file. Now, what do we upload? I don't know, a test file. Echo. This is my amazing test file. Test file.txt. Boom. Test file. There you go. This is my amazing text file. And now we upload this with Shadow Drive. Upload file. What else does this need? Key pair and the file. Pretty simple. Current file size limit is 1 gigabyte. Okay, so let's do this. We need the key pair, which we can provide, and then the file, which we can also provide. Test file. Boom. Let's do it. Where do you want to upload that to? Well, obviously to the one... this one. Failed to send transaction. Transaction simulation failed. Transaction leaves an account with a... Seriously? What's my balance? Where did all my money go? So the thing is, not only do you need shadow tokens for rent of the storage, you also need Solana for the rent of the other storage on Solana, which is significantly less, except if you upload super small files. So I guess it would probably be cheaper to upload my test file directly to an Solana account than it is to upload it to Shadow Drive, but I don't know for sure. In any case, I don't have much money left. It all went out. And I can't get it back yet because the deletion of a storage account takes a bit. I need more sol. I think we need to tap into our actual money pool. Money, 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 oh, it must be funny, oh, in a rich man's world. I'm just gonna send myself all that little stuff here. Let's go. Let's go. Approve. We now have a little bit of working capital. And thank you, Ledger, for keeping my money safe. Okay, now that we have enough working capital though, we can try this thing again and upload my freaking test file and see how freaking expensive that is. Upload it to here. Yeah! Your file account has been created. So now a file account has been created. This lives on Solana. Let's check that out first. This thing lives on Solana and it's 125 bytes. So, you know, pretty much the same size as my test file. Even bigger, actually. And it also belongs to the same program, which is not surprising, actually. That was created in this transaction. What else did I pay here? So, well, just this file account. Okay, that's all I paid for on the Solana side. Now on Shadow Drive, we have now a new location. So this 6R is my storage account. It's not my public key from Solana or anything. That's just a storage account. But that is also on Solana, right? This is also in a Solana account, correct? Yeah, that's the 500 byte Solana account that represents the storage account on the Shadow Drive. Okay, and when we have this prefix with the Shadow Drive GenesysGo.net and the storage account and the name of the file, then we can go there, query that, and we see that this amazing test file is actually available on that. What? Nice. Nice. This is cool. This is really cool. I love this. And we can, of course, not just do this with like tiny files. We can do this with giant files as well. Up to 1 gigabyte, it said I can do with a CLI, and probably bigger ones with a SDK. The question is, can I here do like subcategories or something? Or otherwise I need to do subcategories always with another account. Another storage account. I'm just thinking how I would do it if I were to upload all the metadata of my NFT to probably make another storage account and then have my 0.json and my 0.jpg and then my 1.json and my 1.png and my whatever. So yeah, that's what you can now use for your metadata of your NFTs, for instance. So I could upload NFT metadata and NFT images like, and then the file, now it gets complicated, mount C and then this path 110 PNG, upload it here. Look, I still have a bit of space left, yo. How much is that? That's also just such an image, just 4 kilobytes. So what do we say? 0.00017, right? For one file? Or was it 001? No, 0017. Yeah, that makes more sense. A little bit less than a token account. 0017 for a file, which also gets a bit expensive on the Solana side, actually, if you have a lot of small files. There we go, finalized. And then here, if we look at that, boom. And that's how quickly it loads as well. It's pretty quick at loading. Boom, and it's there. Boom, and it's there. And this is so great because, first of all, we don't rely on Arweave anymore, or IPFS, or whatever you use to store your NFT metadata. That's so freaking cool. Also, I mean, obviously you will also need to upload the corresponding JSON file. Oh, and in the JSON file, we should have changed the image location to the GenesysGo to this link now, obviously, like if I were to upload that properly. So just check it out one more time. One storage account is always 125 bytes, so it's always 0017, yes. So like, you know, 10 cents at current prices. But 10 cents per file also adds up if you add a lot, right? So just having shadow tokens is not enough. You will also need to have some Sol, some capital in Sol. Anyway, so if we now go here, right? Boom, and it's there. And then this, of course, we should have changed to this address and upload this here. That's so cool. That's so cool. Oh, yeah, so nice. So yeah, that's one use case, uploading the NFT metadata to the Shadow Drive, because obviously you can't upload that all to Solana because that would be way too much data. But for Shadow Drive, like a few gigabytes is nothing. So a few gigabytes is just like a few Shadow tokens, right? And still at $1, like, come on, like $1 for a gigabyte? Yes, please. Not financial advice. Anyhow, that's so exciting. And that's not even the best thing. Because the best thing is shit like... The best thing? I've got this one. The reminders. There you go. I got 2 more. People keep sending me those. This is amazing. Anyway, so this... Nice heart. Is a reminder that you should stay positive or whatnot. And then I am loved. And always mint more. I wish there was... There. Yeah. There. See, that's cool. You know what that is? It's a website hosted on the Shadow Drive. This is legit an entire freaking website hosted on the Shadow Drive. Why is that so cool? I can connect here. There we go, look. You are loved. And the amazing thing is, this website is entirely hosted on the Shadow Drive, which means there doesn't need to be any cloud storage, there doesn't need to be any web hosting provider, there doesn't even need to be any... Well, there needs to be DNS resolution for the Shadow Drive. We still rely on DNS resolutions, okay, fair enough. But this is an entire Web3 app that is hosted completely decentrally, well, under the premise that Shadow Drive is decentralized, which currently it is not really yet. But in the future, it will be. And this is just so cool because you can host all your stuff just on here. Like, I don't need to host, for instance, my fee redeemer. I don't need to host that on GitHub anymore. Centralized sites. Oh, look, 225. Nice. I don't need to host that on GitHub anymore. I could just host it somewhere in the Shadow Drive. So cool. I think you don't even get how cool this is. But this is super cool. If you know a little bit about, like, I love my storage. And I've been so excited about cloud computing that we pushed it all into the clouds and don't need to host our servers anymore. And now it's also decentralized. And I'm like, this is so much better. like, yeah, cloud computing was my favorite subject at university. And now it's definitely Web3 and the Shadow Drive. I mean, there are other solutions like the Shadow Drive, like Filecoin and whatnot, which is also super cool. But I really like the connection with... Let's close this because this is taking resources. I like the Shadow Drive because it's so connected to Solana and I've become a Solana fanboy a bit. Yeah, that's why I call myself Solandy. If you want to send me some shit, like shadow tokens or NFTs, send them to solandy.sol. Promotion done. But how we upload an entire website there, I think is a topic for another video, because we went through the basics of Shadow Drive today, and I think I want to leave it with that. Also because I want to go somewhere else. Also because my back already hurts from trying to sit so straight. One more time. What else? Yeah, I mean, the obvious things, right? We can delete files. Let's also do that. I'm assuming I also just need the key pair and then it lets me choose. No, I need to specify which file. Okay, so apparently it also, yeah, it needs the URL to the file, shadow drive URL of the file. Okay, so try again with U, and then the file we want to delete. Let's delete, yeah, let's delete this image. Boom. Let's go. And I'm asking myself if I get the sol back for that as well. Done, 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 done. I wish that this was instant. I'd be like, yep, done. Because that's still, in Web 2 this would be instant. Because let's be honest, if it takes that long to upload one file, then uploading an entire collection, an SHIT show. Yes, because we love IT. What's SH though? Okay, try again. File account delete request submitted 4. You have until the end of the current Solana epoch to revert the deletion request. Even with a delete file, it stays there until the end of the epoch, which makes sense for validators. That's much nicer, or shadow operators, shadow drive operators, whatever you call them. Much nicer to just at the end of every epoch go through all the files that have been deleted and throw them out, rather than having to, when somebody deletes it, searches out. And that's how I justify their architecture here. Which, you know, to me it makes sense. Or I just make it make sense to me. Maybe there's an entire different reason. Yeah, so we can delete files. Potentially, we will see in the next epoch. What else is there? Yeah, the undelete, edit. Edit will probably just overwrite it. Maybe let's do that then. Let's see what the edit file does. Also needs the U and then the new file. Okay, so if I were to replace it, I would do, wait, clear again. I would do like the upload file. So let's say I upload another file. So I would upload the 130 instead. And I need to provide the URL, which was this thing. Not upload, edit file. File does not exist yet. Well, or does not exist anymore because we have deleted it, but that's what we can, that's why we can undelete file. By the way, fun fact on the side, you don't need to do this via the CLI. The SDK has been released and people have already built a front end for using the SDK, so you can do a browser click around for creating files, uploading files, editing files, and all that stuff. Best place to go, Django Twitter, and they will have probably, yeah, Alice in the shallow RAM. Build a tool. So basically what we did, except not with a CLI, but with a front end, which, you know, might be helpful for some people. I really enjoy my CLI though. Undeletion request submitted. Your file will no longer be removed. Amazing. Which means now if I edit file, will it let me do it? File does not exist yet. God damn it. Maybe I also need to have it at the same name. Okay, so let's try this, but have, it must be the same name, and I just copied it into that folder. Boom. No such file or direct sending file. Yeah, okay. So it must have the same, name. The file must have the same name as the file that you edit. Otherwise it won't let you do it, because otherwise, you know, the path won't match. So apparently the undeleting was unnecessary. Let's be honest. Let's wait for this as well. I'm looking way too much down again. I'm like, here. Fucking be straight. Because we want to be straight, yo. Ain't no not straight people in this room. Yes. So, finalized file location. Your Solana transaction signature. Please allow 1 to 2 minutes for your data to be finalized on chain. Files are immediately accessible. So if I now refresh this, boom, it's a different image now. Nice. And on chain, 2 minutes ago, this one Essentially didn't really change much. Just edit file. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think that's all that I wanted to show you about the Shadow Drive. Well, there's so much more that I want to show you, but time is limited. And so is my back strength. But yeah, we went through most of the commands. We could also upload multiple files, which will be handy if we want to upload for an entire collection, for instance. Okay, we upload everything from a directory. And the storage accounts essentially provide the directory structure on the Shadow Drive. So whenever you want to put something into a new directory, you create a new storage account. That's what I would come up with here. Yeah, so when I will create an NFT collection, I will definitely upload them to Shadow Drive. Yeah, and I think I want to leave it here for today. We learned so much about the Shadow Drive CLI. At least we had a look at it, and I'm super excited about it. I'm so excited about it. I want to learn more about it and learn how I can host my own websites there. And that's topics for future videos. So make sure you subscribe, like the video, and check out those if you're at all interested in other stuff that I do around here. And then I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Ain't no straight people here anymore. Ugh.